The new world's autonomous. How you were saying? You sound like wifey talking. More for tomorrow, we lost the day. Cliff jumping, I saw you like fireflies in summertime, stuck in jelly jars as I look at stars. Commonplace in time, Arizona sips. When I used to puff the piff, it put me in a place I could never be again. Was it fentanyl or God's call? The orange juice squeezed fresh, but there still flies outside my window. Views like Howard Hughes. Once that feeling runs out, walks are cool. Up early like sunrise, skylines and bylines. The new world's autonomous. Like you were saying.
Oh, this is my cousin here. My cousin FÂrd, man.
What's up?
Yo, man.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Yo, man. From Baby Wood and all that there. True summers of Elis Harbor, boy.
We had chemistry. Now it's just not the same. We had chemistry. Now it's just not the same. But it's just not the same. We had chemistry. Now it's just not the same. We had chemistry, but it's just not the same. We had chemistry, and now it's not the same. I liked you so much that I loved you. Now I don't even like you. You don't know who will be the one to give you a glass of water if you're thirsty. My most prized possessions purchased through pain. Replace the thoughts of you with the thoughts of me. In which direction do you journey to start your day? We come together to break apart. Repeat, rinse, wash, and now I'm clean. And we had chemistry. Now it's just not the same. And we had spent hours talking about it to myself. In hindsight, all the situation needed was silence, smoking loud. My most prized possessions were purchased through pain. I'm poetic and possessive, I hope it never changed. We had chemistry and then something changed, it wasn't the same.
If you don't want to be there for me tonight, just say that. Don't give me a fucking lie. That's what just sent me off. That shit would have sent me off even if I was completely so because it's a respect thing. I expect at the end of the day, we're in a place where no matter what the fuck it is, if it can hurt my feelings or not, he tells me the truth. And that quickly he told a lie. Yes, he switched it, but that quickly he told a lie. Because what? Because he thought it would save my feelings?
Laughing in dark spaces underneath the feet of the sun. We'll see who really shines. I like to watch you, but I'm good at minding my business. We've been focused on us. We've been focused on us. I feel at home, you know, more nomadic lights. Not interested in any hands looking for a kite. You spin on my mind, merry-go-round like a cheap high. But it's clear though, no silicone valleys and peak in my interest. Percentage and dividends, inputs and elements. Inspiration which you provide is like a narcotic. My plastic straw, addictive chemicals. How do I elevate and not deflate on my way? Hot air balloons to see the ceiling's roof. Cause we're all out chasing stars. I burn bridges like no one lives near them. No ceilings, no hard feelings, no refunds on final sales. It's not about who I could be. I get high, use my eyes properly and see the building so many buildings where the birds go. I'm a soul of the shell, my shadow's closer to the real thing. That is what I am. Shallow as the deep end is just the beginning. To a new. She wear a mask but like raw sex, coffee cake crumbling. The world next via text to my device. Vices short over ISIS, vices short over ice. It's getting easier to view my life from the aisle, approaching my seat, bright lights projected on white screens. Somehow I always find myself connected to YouTube and your views via streams, flowing the rivers, dams, encapsulated chamber, encapsulated contortionist, cannabis twisting, letting go of anger. Found true love in the mirror, left a stack of lust on the dresser, getting high on the couch alone. Who do you call to warm your bed now? Who warms your phone? It was sentimental, it was sentimental. Everybody's all in till there's nowhere to go. 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 Gave Alexis some vintage, babe, it was sentimental. Pastels, pinks and red, it was sentimental. Raindrops keep falling on my head. So high, I can't focus on my phone. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Raindrops keep falling on my head. Raindrops keep falling on my music slow burn like rug burn after wrestling as a kid. I played the studio like the playground. Your voice echoes in the background whenever I call. Where do you live now? Where did you go? Raindrops keep falling on my head, falling on my head, and I ain't felt it. Where raindrops keep falling on my head. Getting somewhere, finally. Elements of life, my type, the type, you type DMs. Sentiment was sweet, cinnamon, walking toward the sun. She wear my dungarees, stuck in between any means, and I got a dream. Hard to believe, hard to hear, hard to feel at times. Lost in the noise from the street, not sure who to be. I've got a dream. My type, the type, you type DMs. Picnics on the beach, cold like too much AC. Walking toward the sun, stuck in between the wood and the fire. Telling the truth to lie, stuck in between. It's magic when I'm with you. Elements of life, my type, the type, you type DMs. Like a cat, caught my tongue. Guess it's safe to say you still playing games. You was busy blooming, now you been away. I wonder where you went, and the when you were. Took a long time away. We're getting somewhere finally, the destination unseen. Funny how I don't even think on that call now. Type DMs. She went missing when the money came. Sweet the sentiment was cinnamon. Walking towards the sun. Stuck in between noise from the street. My 2020 and by any means. I've got a dream. Lost in the noise from the street. Broken glass everywhere. I used to want to tap them, now I don't even tap in. Pirouette in the paint like I'm in the NBA. My Patronus. And I said, I've got a sack full of dreams. But we're not in love, but we're not in love. But we're not in love, but we're not in love, but we're not in love. But we're not in love, but we're not in love, but we're not in love. And we fuck every day. So what? Shut up. We fuck every day. We fuck every day. Fly away, fly away. But we're not in love, but we're not in love, but we're not in love. But we're not in love, but we're not in love, but we're not in love. Found myself at the fountain of youth with you. You're a good friend like it was cold and you gave me a hoodie to fight against the wind. Where do I begin? Where do you end? Who's your favorite prized possession? I know you're possessive. Faking feelings. Burning incense, reading, listening to sounds that remind me of you. Fell in love with different versions of you like I'm looking through my kaleidoscope. Fell in love with different versions of you. Faking feelings. Just as wonderful as the first time I ever seen you. You feel like fireworks. You feel like fireworks. You feel like fireworks. but we're not in love, but we're not in love, but we're not in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Is love how it seem in the movies, or is it me in the studio paint on my Stan Smith Stussy? Ain't nothing but an image soon to be forgotten. Tomorrow has more promising options. How do I say this? To keep it on the playalistic, on your playlist off the playground, running around town. They told me there's more to the world, so I didn't get excited by my eyes. Current scenes like a light on my lens, seen coast to coast, the continents, coasters. I guess somebody told me, finish it how you started. I guess finish it how you started. Somebody told me, they told me there's more to the world, so I didn't get excited by my eyes. Current scenes like a light on my lens, seen coast to coast, the continents, coasters. Self-talks and night swims, morning walks, 90s baby. Battling what seems to be battling me, making me fall to the gravel and stand up. I guess I had to regurgitate the old me, battling what seems to be battling me, regurgitated the old me, regurgitated and avoided in the way I go again. 7 in the sky, on the news they're going down in flames, wondering why I'm still battling what seems to be battling me. With no degree, I'm still battling the world as the world seems to be battling me. Riding through Hades from my Valentine, I was on my way to the next experience. You can't reset the experience, unexperience the experience once it's been experienced. I know your nature. I was still informed of your nature. You fought too far to find a place near peace to call home for you if it's all good. My feelings toward Fridays was more getting high. Saturdays was mixes under the moon, myself, me and I. My feelings toward the world. When I did that, I could have did it. There's no bag of regret. I could have got a bag of regret, so that I smoked it and killed him. The new world's autonomous. How you were saying? You sound like wifey talking. More for tomorrow, we lost the day cliff jumping. I saw you like fireflies in summertime, stuck in jelly jars as I look at stars. Commonplace in time, Arizona sips. When I used to puff the piff, it put me in a place I could never be again. Was it fentanyl or God's call? The orange juice squeezed fresh, but there still flies outside my window. Views like Howard Hughes. Once that feeling runs out, walks are cool. Up early like sunrise, skylines and bylines. The new world's autonomous. Like you were saying. Let you ride into
Oh, that's my cousin here. My cousin FÂrd, man.